Welcome to Momentum Monday. Today is June 1st, 2025. Howard, what are you eating?
Sorry, I was just eating some licorice, and I did Tribute Pizza. Have you been to Tribute Pizza in San Diego?
Yeah, it's actually one of my favorites. But there's actually only one type of pizza I like there. The Brooklyn's Best. That's the only one I like.
Which one?
Brooklyn's Best.
Try. Yeah, it's our favorite restaurant. The did I introduce you to that at Stocktoberfest last year, or were you already going?
I already knew about it before you, so yes,
So good. We
it's
get the
good.
pepperoni lovers and the focaccia bread. So good.
It is good, yeah.
All right, secrets out.
Yep. I mean, they're already pretty booked, but that's fine.
Yeah, that-
Um, I mean, the market's doing good as well. The past couple of weeks, we saw consolidation after a big V-shaped recovery here. So
Mhm.
it's been a couple of weeks of headline-driven gaps all over the place, but for the most part, dips are getting bought in leading stocks, and the indices are kind of consolidating while their 20-day moving average is kind of catching up with price since it was so extended above that 20-day a couple weeks ago.
Mhm.
So mostly bullish price action. Dips are getting bought despite of the headlines. And that the market has had all the reasons to sell off, but it's not. Um, Dips are getting bought. Even last week we saw Nvidia didn't have an amazing report. Definitely, wasn't anything like significantly above expectations. And we know about their troubles of not being able to sell to China, at least, legally.
Yeah.
And it gapped up and it kind of closed at some point. It closed that whole deep sea gap here.
Yeah.
And then it reversed. But it's still above its 200-day, above its 2015. It's probably like remain in it'll continue to build a base. I mean, it's a $3 trillion business. So obviously it's going to move slower unless
Yeah. I think if you
something
got
changes.
scared in the Liberation Day and you're not selling now, I mean, theoretically, if you were like, oh, I just, if you couldn't live with the headlines and this and being scared 2 months ago and you're not selling last week some stocks, then you're not going to be a good investor, right? You have to, that means you probably just weren't meant to own stocks up at these prices. So you're getting a chance with these gap fills, right? And the news hasn't changed, right? Like the tariffs were never going to be 140% in China, but now that you're calling them Taco Trump, everybody's calling them, including me. I mean, there is a chance that they stay at 50 or 60%. So it's not good. We still have a president who believes in tariffs and is acting like a child. So I'm saying if you were concerned, like if you look at Meta, or Nvidia, they've bounced. Like Apple, if we look at Apple, I mean, we're right at the lows,
Yeah,
right?
it's one of the
So
weaker acting stocks. Yeah.
so again, it's like Apple relative wise, you can free up cash. If you're bullish, I would free up cash and allocate it to sectors that are going to do much better with less exposure to China, right? He has not let up on Apple. So there continues to be selling in Apple. And there's a lot of stuff doing well, like cybersecurity. I mean, you got to repurpose, right?
Yeah.
Cyber is doing well. Um, Select US consumer
Yeah.
doing well.
Yeah.
Select biotech doing well.
Yeah.
Um, Schwab breaking up financials doing well. Um, so there's a lot doing okay. DoorDash all-time highs, but some new stocks hitting all-time highs. Walmart has kind of, I mean, I'm amazed at Walmart. Um,
Yeah. I mean, all of the actually grocery stores. I know that Walmart is not, grocery store per se, but they do sell food. So all of those stores that sell food, they showed notable strength last week. And so this is Walmart, as you can see, setting up here near 100. Costco uh, tried to break out on Friday, definitely on that huge volume.
People are going to do their shopping. I guess they're
Just
just going
end
to
of the
pay a little
month.
more. They'll pay a little more. I mean, prices.
Schwab, I mean not Schwab, Sprouts, um, the same things kind of setting up here near all-time highs.
Yeah.
So all those grocery, stores are kind of setting up, and they typically tend to do well either when uh, the market expects a significant economic slowdown, because no matter what, people will continue to shop at the supermarkets,
Yeah.
and if anything, even more if there's a economic slowdown,
Yeah.
or when the market expects inflation to perk up.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the reason is, but those have been showing relative strength. Another group that is standing out currently is aerospace, and especially the companies that are making drones
Hmm.
like AVAV. Kind of missed, you know, the past 6 months or so, and but now it's back above its 200
Wow.
day, and
Yeah. I had owned that at one point, got rid of it, and before the crash, and now it's
it's
come.
starting to
It was a big week for
outconstruct.
drones, right? Ukraine used them to surprise the Russians.
Yeah, and then
Um,
another one is KTOS. It's
Axon's back at all-time highs. AXL,
Axon as well. Yeah, with
which I own.
near multi-year
Wow,
highs.
KTOS. What does KTOS do?
So they do sell drones. That is one of their
Yeah,
business.
yeah, that one looks
And then
interesting.
another one is DRS. They sell systems
Yeah, that one's done well.
that capture drones. So they prevent, drone attacks. I think that's also
What was the other one that you had there? I'm gonna add it to my watch list.
KTOS.
Yeah, that looks pretty damn good.
So this is
The market cap
KTOS,
on that, it's 6 billion.
6 billion, yes.
Wow. That is a good looking chart, dude. Okay. Yeah.
So yes, I mean, there are plenty of interesting setup, like Dutch Brothers Bros is setting
Yeah,
up here for a
I've been long
potential
that. That's kind of my degenerate economy
potential breakout.
food play.
Um,
Yeah, I think this company is just crushing and it shouldn't affect what's going on in China. It's not cheap, but there's just so much growth ahead of it. It's just 982 drive-through. There's gonna be 10,000 of these. Um, yeah, really interesting. I was buying that, I remember in the VIX 60 in the 40s and the 50s. Not
yeah,
adding here, but I think it's kind of digesting. It's back in that gap digesting. Wow. I think what you also got to realize what's not, and then also, like I said, HACK. So the cybersecurity ETF, they're breaking out HACK.
H what? A? Oh,
AC.
hack.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. So there you
Yeah,
go. Looks like it's ready to break out. What was the other one that everybody owns in that space that's reporting this week? With the C, having a senior moment.
cyber. I don't know.
No, not no. Well, cyber's breaking out, isn't it?
It's setting up. Yes. Yeah.
I'm having a senior moment. Oh, CrowdStrike, CRWE.
Oh crap. Yeah.
So that already broke out, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's near
And
all-time highs,
this
but yeah, it
week.
broke out. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, that had a huge, remember, pullback on some kind of breach. Down in the 200s. What a great opportunity. So the market's still giving you chances here to get in because the market's expensive. So any kind of miss, um, the there are buying opportunities. You got to be able to know your story because are these gaps and these the broken charts on a lot of these big companies. They've recovered very well. Um, so the market is giving you opportunities to get into some of these great stocks but they're so expensive, it gets hard. Um, anyways, but all right. I mean, and then the financials, Ivan Hood, Goldman Sachs,
Yeah.
Schwab,
The brokerages, yes. Robinhood setting up here near its all-time highs.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a much cheaper company than when it was at its all-time highs the first time. It was losing money when it hit it the first time.
Yeah.
Interactive Brokers was a great buy down at the lows.
Yeah.
Even Schwab is looking good. And they're much leaner coming
Yeah,
out.
all the brokerages, all the RIAs, you know.
Well, Schwab's starting to promote on ads, even though they're shitty ads, wealth management, right? They're starting to
Yeah.
just own what their category has to be is RIAs and wealth management and assets under management. So I think there's some sneaky potential there, and not crazy expensive. And they've cleaned up a lot of their, so they could probably fire half the people there and it wouldn't affect their business. But so you can start to see where the money's kind of flowing. It's not like you're going to have some massive breakout, I don't think, in Schwab, but there's some strength there.
Yeah. It's definitely
But anyway,
one
a
of the
lot
things.
of macro stuff. So there's a lot of news, the Elon, the drugs, the Russia, Ukraine heating up further. You've got a lot of terror attacks in the US, anti-Semitism. You've got Trump being, and Elon's kind of coming out against Trump in many ways now, just kind of no commenting on all the stuff he disagrees with. So there's turmoil, but the price action rules, and the price action says, you know, there's money flowing into the
It's a
markets.
market of stocks, and yes, and there are groups that are going higher and they're setting up. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it this way because it feels like there's some support, but it's not the same as it always was. But a lot of the Mag 7 stocks continue to do extremely well. So they're still there,
Yeah, I mean, Meta, Nvidia, I guess. Meta setting up
how's
this,
Amazon looking? Microsoft's all-time highs.
yeah, maybe mostly due to OpenAI, but yes, Amazon is holding, making higher lows, and it's acting constructively, and I think Google as well. Microsoft, yeah, it's probably the
Carrying the
strongest.
Mag 7. I think it's kind of carrying the Mag 7 based on its market cap. Um, all right, buddy. Everybody have a great week.
All right, Howard, thank you. See you next
See you,
week.
buddy.